Good evening, everybody. Welcome to this long-anticipated matchup between two monsters of the Australian OC scene. We got the god of old, the OWC captain, Jordan the Bear, versus the fresh blood, fresh meat for Jordan the Bear. It's going to be Chef coming in, the upcoming Australian prodigy. I'm looking forward to this match. Alongside me, we got Vorty, ready to cast this demonic match. How you doing?
Doing pretty good. And just in case anybody hasn't seen, moments before this match, actually during the technical start of this match, Jordan did FC save me hitting hard rock sudden death. So I think he is as ready as he will ever be.
Yeah, he's ready to go, rearing to go. I think a lot of people would have expected maybe Jordan to show up unprepared, but no. I mean, he's just FC'd Save Me Hidden Hard Rock SD, so yeah, I think he's more than prepared.
Yeah.
As prepared as he will ever be for a match like this against a player like Chef, who arguably, if he were to play his best, is one of the scariest players in this entire tournament.
Yeah, 100% super well-rounded player. I mean, if anybody hasn't seen his insane OWC qualifiers scores from last year, actually a monster of a player. I don't really know if he has any significant weak skill sets.
Yes, some of the best probably OWC qualifiers I think the country's ever seen, to be honest, was that performance from Chef last year. And unfortunately he wasn't able to play, of course, because 20 banned. But yeah, hopefully this year around.
Yeah, hopefully this year, and this is I believe, one of Chef's first matches against a very scary opponent. I mean, Jordan the Bear, as you said, he has a long history of tournament performances and qualifications behind him. So I think this is an opportunity for Chef to show really what he can do.
I think Chef's definitely got a little bit of pressure as well, actually. Like he's shaking so much on the warm-up. What is
on the warm-up? Yeah, I mean, pretty solid score, honestly. This is a very solid score for the warm-up.
Really good score. Yeah, I think Chef might have the pressure, honestly, in this type of matchup right now, just because, I mean, he hasn't been able to play in ANZT. I don't know if he ever has played in one, like before his 20 ban, but
I believe he has.
He hasn't been able to play for a while, past 2 at least, maybe even 3 ANZTs. So he's got the pressure of finally getting a matchup in the Australian scene, a scary one at that, probably his first in the Australian scene of like actual pretty scary matchup in a pretty prestigious tournament, being ANZT, the biggest tournament probably for Australia. Jordan, of course, very well versed in these tournaments, very experienced. He's won at least one ANZT before. I don't know if he's won multiple. Is it won at least one though?
Yeah.
So yeah. He's going to have a lot more experience under his belt in this match. Maybe a bit of pressure for Chef. We'll have to see.
Yeah, and I do agree. I think Chef did play an ANZT a while back, but I think that was before he got, a big skill boost.
Really good.
So yeah. I think this is the first ANZT he gets to play, where he's truly a very well-rounded, strong player. So, and as a lot of people were, kind of hyping him up as the next big addition to the OWC Australian roster. A lot of pressure to perform to show what you're capable of. And we've wrapped up the warm-ups. Now, getting into... Well, first of all, before we get into the picks and bangs, we got to go through the amplifiers real quick. Jordan the Bear has Cold Green Eyes, which allows him to force hidden on any of his picks for both players. And then Chef has Three's a Crowd, which gives him a 5% score boost on all of the threes. So No Mod 3, Hidden 3, Part Rock 3, DT 3.
Yeah. And I think for Chef, actually, I'm actually not super confident with his choice of an augment this time. Of course, Jordan the Bear did lucky dip. It's the man he is. He did lucky dip and pull the hidden augment the second week in a row. Chef, I believe, picking Three's a Crowd, which I'm not too sure how I feel about it, just because Jordan is not generally super comfortable on 3 slots a lot of the time. When you've got like DT3, which is like stamina, right? and you've got something like No Mod 3, which is like an alt map. So Jordan can just really just... I mean, he can just ban... He's going to be banning one of them out anyway, and then maybe one or two of the other 3 maps. Chef probably was already going to win. So I don't know how good this Threeser crowd is. I don't know if it's going to make much of a difference, basically, is what I'm saying. Maybe on something like Hidden 3, we could see it come into play a bit more. But
yeah,
things like, you know...
Potentially, and also...
And such, yeah.
We're already into the first pick now. You might be seeing this DT2 and think, yeah, whose pick is this? This is Jordan the Bear's first pick. And we might see a little bit of darkness in this map from Jordan the Bear.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that they like started playing the map,
yeah.
to be completely honest. Yeah, they already did the picks and bans before, I think.
They did the I think they did the bans before the but you know, a little
So we're just into it.
We're just into it, into Jordan the Bear's first pick. I think where he's relying on a chef miss, and there it is. There's the chef miss. Oh, that's what he needed. Because Jordan is not winning this on accuracy in any timeline, but he will win on combo if given the opportunity.
The tyrant of the Australian scene, Jordan the Bear, comes in first, picks the speed map against a pretty damn good speed player. And out combos him with a 5% act deficit. And there, he's taking the lead, he's flicking it. He's just gonna pull through this FC. Oh no, he got the miss!
The miss! Ooh, this will give Chef a opportunity to come back if he can hold, and Jordan keeps breaking. The score gap is closing. If Chef can hold this, he can take it back. Oh, I think that the score is rapidly moving. They both missed, but the chain miss from Jordan. I think the accuracy... It's 10k. I think this will slowly close up to Chef.
It depends on who hits more 100s here at the end. They have the same combo? The last stream!
Oh my god! And Jordan wins!
7k!
Spin to win!
Oh my god!
A 4k difference on the DT2. Oh my goodness.
Chef spun 4k more, and that was almost really
That was almost
dangerous.
the difference, and Jordan the Bear comes out winning his first pick by a hair-thin margin.
But it doesn't matter. He just picks that and wins it, and now just gets the confidence boost of a lifetime. He definitely just ego picked that, like first picked it, and he won it, so it paid off. That is... It's gonna be
I think the surprise factor of having the speed map picked by Jordan the Bear, I don't think Chef was mentally ready for that.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. I don't think he would have been. I don't think anyone is ready for Jordan the Bear to first pick the speed map into you. And there you go. Further proves our point when Chef just instantly picks DT3 right after. DT2 was meant to be a Chef pick, but Jordan just first picks it and wins. Which is unbelievable.
DT3, I think, considering Chef's AMP3 is a crowd, he's going to get a 5% score bonus on this. And being a map, Chef will likely be pretty consistent in FCing, I want to say, other than, you know, the occasional unfortunate miss. With the 5% score bonus, this is heavy favorite for Chef.
Do we know what the bans were? I can check. So it looks like...
I think
they did bans before the warm-up, so it's...
Yeah, I think... Was it a hidden 3 ban from Chef, no mod 3 ban from Jordan? Maybe?
Potentially. May have to ask the ref on that one. Gallop. Just to be sure. But anyway, we are into DT3, and yeah, this is, although Jordan the Bear was able to squeak out a win by 4k on that DT2, I think this one... I mean, I was about to say...
Is that another slider break from Chef? And...
I was about to say, I think this map is a lot less cheesable than DT2, so...
I believe the difference, though, is,
combo, but yeah.
You know, Jordan the Bear might not have the stamina for 270, but I believe he does have the stamina for this 225. I mean, you know, having the Save Me Hidden Hard Rock Sudden Death warm-up FC, I think he'll be fine for this. And I was about to say, in terms of accuracy, I think Chef always wins this, but in terms of comboing, there is a world where Chef has a bit of a slip-up miss, and we saw that.
Yeah, absolutely. Something looks scary now, and yeah, Jordan, like you said, he actually does have 97%, so he is doing fine on this map, accuracy-wise. Like, absolutely fine. I think if you have above 95 on this, you're relatively comfortable, but he finds a slider break. He lets go with the reverse slider.
That is unfortunate.
Too early.
Maybe for a moment he saw the break, saw he was in the lead, and he just had a bit of a mental slip-up, but that is going to put the lead back into Chef by quite a bit.
Also, worth saying, sorry for jumping in mid-comms there, but Chef does have Loser Crowd, so he's getting the bonus score on this map as well.
Oh, yeah.
Which is going to be ramping
Did forget
up.
about that.
Makes a lot more sense why he picked it after the DT2.
Of course, yeah, that does make sense as well. So yeah, Chef's going to be getting a 5% score bonus on top of what he already has. So that, honestly, probably already seals this map.
Yeah.
This is going to be 600k probably, and on top of that, it's going to be another 30ish. Yeah,
and with another miss, yeah, that's going to be it. Yeah, I think this is definitely one of Chef's best picks. I think this is expected for him to take this point.
Yeah, that's going to be a good first pick from Chef and a done deal. It's going to be 1-1 and a much more convincing victory than Jordan the Bear had in that DT2. But hey, it doesn't matter because it's 1-1. That's all.
A win's a win. You can win by one score,
and
that's all that matters.
You win by 1 point, and you win by 800k.
That is tragic. I almost, but
very close.
Very close. I mean, maybe if he didn't slider break on that, that could have been a juice for FC.
Oh, yep.
All right, going into Jordan the Bear's next pick.
Oh my god. He's just picked No Mod 2 and he's put the hidden amplifier on.
Yeah. Now I think this is so obviously Chef, extremely skilled No Mod 2 player. Maybe the No Mod 2 could potentially be his best map, but Jordan the Bear adding hidden onto this map might make Chef miss, and Jordan the Bear is a rare player where he actually prefers these flow aim maps on hidden.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, I think No Mod 2 would have been a Chef pick.
Yeah.
One of his strongest, I think, slots in like any map pool is a No Mod 2. But when it comes to hidden streams, definitely not what Chef is known for. And Jordan, of course, is very comfortable on hidden flow aim. So yeah, like you said, taking one of your opponent's really strong picks and then throwing your amplifier on it to skew it in your own favor is a very good strategy from Jordan. He'll just have to hope that it actually pays off here.
Yep, I think it is one of the best ways to use these kinds of amplifiers, and hopefully it pays off. I would dare say the outcome of this match is heavily hinged on this pick, because if Chef gets a breakpoint here, that'll be very unfortunate for Jordan the Bear.
Yeah, this is a big pick. It's a big one to win for Jordan. He absolutely needs to. And we're only in a best of 9 as well. There's very little time to start mounting a comeback. You don't want to get like super behind early. With the potential of a 3-1 on the horizon, it is quite scary.
Yeah.
But both players are holding on. The accuracy lead is in favor of Chef, but both looking pretty comfortable.
Yeah, I think the best case scenario for Jordan is he FCs and Chef due to the hidden. Oh, and there it is. There's the miss.
There it is.
There's the hidden diff. But can Jordan the Bear hold on long enough for that miss to matter?
That absolutely looked like a miss aim from Chef because of hidden. Like that absolutely, I think, was the amp coming into play. Jordan the Bear finds a
missing
break.
right after.
Yeah, and it's only about 25k and a big combo lead to Chef now as well as an acc lead. It will go back over if Chef continues to hold combo.
This is a pretty long map though. Oh, there's another miss from Chef.
And a chain miss.
Bit of a chain miss from... Honestly, this hidden amp is looking pretty genius from Jordan the Bear, because I feel like if this is played no mod, there's a good chance Chef gets like a 99+% FC.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not the fact that this hidden makes this map like way too hard. It's just, if you haven't prepared for it, if you haven't played the flow aim map in the pool with hidden prior, it's very easy to get caught off guard in the match when you're sight reading it, basically. So
Yeah, and also
just
just
some of the
the comfort, maybe coming into this match, expecting the comfort of that No Mod 2 slot, but then just having it be shifted just by a bit. Not exactly something you're always prepared to do.
Jordan.
Oh, Jordan the Bear missing.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, if Chef holds on,
Uh-oh.
the combo lead is very large.
It looks like Jordan was having maybe some stamina issues on those longer streams, actually. And now Chef in a prime position to take things back in his favor. It's flickered. And he's got a huge combo. He's going to need to find a chain miss if Jordan wants to take the point.
He's holding on. Chef has to miss very soon for Jordan to better have a chance.
Yeah. There's any spot to miss. It's on these streams.
It's on
huge
the
chain miss can come out at any moment.
There's so little time. Even if he misses now, I don't know if it'll be enough.
I think it's too far gone now.
Yeah.
He's built up too much score.
Yeah, that'll be it. And there it is, Chef clutching up with a large 1k combo at the very end of the map.
Wow, that was looking very Jordan favored almost the entire way through, and he just found a break at the wrong time. I think he was maybe having some stamina issues on the longer streams, and then Chef just capitalized there, held his combo. Yeah, takes it back in the last quarter, really.
Yep, very big break point. Definitely puts the pressure on Jordan to win one of Chef's picks now.
Yeah. I mean, there's more options now. There's more opportunities rather for Jordan to take a breakpoint now that DT3's gone and the No Mod 2's gone, and he's already first picked DT2. So when it comes to maps that Chef has an advantage on, they're really starting to run thin. As you can see here, Take is going to be coming out the No Mod 5, which, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty confident Jordan's going to be able to play this.
Yeah, we'll have to see, because as far as I'm aware, Jordan is not a huge fan of alternating. And definitely the ending of this map might be a bit of a tough one, but I think there's definitely a possibility for Jordan to combo to the ending. That would already bring a pretty decent score.
Yeah, it is actually very possible to combo through to the ending and then completely troll your entire score. And we actually saw that in a match earlier today between Tomixo and Tedder, where Tomixo was actually in the lead and just died on the ending, which gave the lead over to Tedder at the very end. So it is possible. It does happen a lot on Take map sets.
Yeah, and nobody missing on the intro. It's good to see. What is that? Obviously, Jordan is single tapping these.
Oh my god.
Will he be able to do it the whole way? Because these do get faster.
Okay, good. The generic Chef aim, but his aim is very shaky right now as well. I'm just noticing.
Yeah, no, it definitely has been.
Been noticing the warm up as well. He was shaking a lot. Here we get into the speed up. 1/3's coming up as well.
Okay. Are we gonna get through these sliders?
Oh no way.
This section is crucial to hit.
Yeah, Chef actually looking very shaky as well now that you point that out. Just throughout the whole map, really. But he's holding combo. Very good accuracies from both players here. This is pretty impressive stuff.
Yep. And as it's gonna start speeding up, we're gonna get into the flow aim section of the map.
Ooh. Yeah, streams coming up, weird angles, accelerating, decelerating, cut patterns, a lot coming up here. It's gonna be who has that control.
Chef missing!
And it's not Chef, it's Jordan. He's hitting 85 100s, but it doesn't matter.
It's crucial for Jordan to hold through this, because this ending is going to get very scary.
Yeah, this ending for Jordan.
He's
this not
might
an ult
be
player, and it's not single tappable, so this might be scary actually.
He's single tapping it. He's single tapped it.
Wait,
the very first few notes he single tapped, but now I think he's run out of juice.
He has ult. Oh, he's doing it.
He's doing
He's
it?
gonna just play it like a stream.
I think that'll be enough. He's done it. And there it
No
is.
way. The instant
There
breakpoint
it
right
is.
back on Take. Jordan the Bear takes it by 20k. Valiant effort from Chef, but
And that's massive because this puts back the match at an even state. 2 breakpoints back to back.
you can see the huge active there. But I will say both the players relatively similar the whole way through. It was really just that ending that tanked Jordan's Zach a lot.
Yeah, but because just a little difference, holding that combo for a little bit longer during the Floim section gave him enough score that those chain misses didn't really matter.
Yep.
We have got
Very good
confirmation on the
target
bans
scores.
too. We have no mod 3 ban from Jordan the Bear, and hidden 3 ban from Chef.
Okay. Yeah, no more 3 hidden 3. So, I mean, it's interesting when Chef is going to take 3 to crowd, like I said, I mean, you take out one of your maps, you get a bonus on, and then Jordan the Bear is probably going to ban no mod 3 or DT3 at that point.
Yeah.
So really now, he's only left with DT3, which he was probably already going to win. And then
Hard Rock 3.
which it is going to be very beneficial for him on Hard Rock 3, but it's pretty much, he's going into this match with basically a 5% score bonus on one map. That's practically it. So probably not going to make too much of a difference for him, but we'll have to see. Maybe it will make the difference on the Hard Rock 3. Maybe
And
it will.
It
and here
looked
we
like
have
in
Jordan
chat
the
as well. Chef thought he banned this map, so maybe it was a misban.
Oh,
maybe.
really?
Yeah, he was saying in chat, didn't I ban this? So
Oh.
seems like some confusion.
Well, I guess we'll see how Chef plays this. Jordan the Bear, known to be a very solid AR8 hidden player.
If that was a misban, that is a very, very bad misban because you're taking out a map that actually benefits from your amplifier, and now you have to play AR8 hidden against Jordan the Bear. So hopefully it wasn't a blunder.
And Chef missing. So in this map, the middle is definitely the standout in terms of difficulty. Missing before or after it is always pretty unfortunate. Here we go. The finger control section of the map. Jordan the Bear looking comfy. Chef also hitting this. Honestly, both players are looking pretty comfortable. That could have just been an unfortunate AR8 hidden type miss. That is always possible.
Still chance for Chef to bring this back now if Jordan happens to find a miss very soon.
Yeah. Honestly, all things considered, for something that generally isn't seen as Chef's strength, he is playing this pretty well. There's definitely a world where, you know, he BFCing right now. We can see the comfort from Jordan the Bear almost holding an SS.
It doesn't seem it's to be for Chef, as I'm pretty sure Jordan's got enough score now for it to seal the deal.
I think even if he missed now, it wouldn't be enough time for Chef to come back.
And it looks like even if Chef did manage to hold that FC, it wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah,
Jordan has FC'd it with 99.78.
Very solid pick from Jordan the Bear. And honestly, Chef playing that pretty well. One slip up.
Very well done there from Jordan. Very strong pick. Probably his first pick of the match where you're actually going to see Jordan be very confident and strong on the map, because the other two he's picked has been DT2, which that was completely an ego pick, complete confidence pick. And then No Mod 2 being a map Jordan generally does not pick, but he's thrown his amp on there to try catch Chef off guard. So finally he gets a strong pick on the board, the hidden 2, and he just FCs it to 100s.
Yeah, definitely the kind of map Jordan plays well. I think that's No Mod 4 coming out.
Yep. Love this map.
This is
very, very great map.
Awesome tech map.
So this map's all about the first half is very, very control oriented. And then we move more into some slider aim in the second half of this map. But curious to see how Jordan's going to do on the quad cut streams.
This is definitely going to be a combo map for Jordan.
Yeah, I think so. The Ak is probably not gonna be.
Yeah.
He's gonna
Especially in the
essentially drop
second
all
half
slider ends.
when the sliders are just all over
Yeah.
the place.
I think he's just gonna drop all the slider ends on purpose.
Early miss from Jordan as well. Jordan the Bear not known to be a big slider player.
Getting into these quad cut streams, and this is really going to be the theme of the map. These are just non-stop. See these buzz sliders.
I think missing on that
Jordan.
buzz slider. Very unfortunate.
Yeah. Oh no. He is not looking comfortable in the slightest.
So far, this is looking like a very solid pick from Chef.
Yeah, I think Jordan the Bear, pretty damn good on these tech maps when we're talking slider aim, but I think when it comes to the more control-oriented patterns, lots of quad cuts and, you know, very tightly ticked buzz sliders is where he starts to find a bit more trouble, as we can see so far. Not really able to hold a big combo.
Yeah, because, you know, slider jumps, if you just ignore the actual slider element of them, they're just jumps. And Jordan the Bear is obviously a very strong aim player, but this map is more so focused, as you said, on those cut streams.
He plays such a small area too that I can absolutely see it being very difficult to make micro adjustments on techy patterns where you need to make very small adjustments. But we are going to be getting into the slider section.
Yeah.
The accelerating streams are absolutely brutal as well, but both players got through the first one just fine, and they're both holding combo.
Oh, and
Jordan.
with that drop from Jordan the Bear, that's going to be it. Chef is 100% taking this pick. Looking super comfortable.
Yeah, whether or not he can close out the FC, his cursor is just... Man, he's not looked very confident the whole match. But he's holding combo. Gets that accelerating stream with those shakes somehow. I don't
It's almost
know.
more impressive, honestly. On the Bear finding decent amount of drops. This would be a very impressive FC to do in tournament.
Yeah, one of the
Chef
harder
can
maps
close
in
it
the
out.
pool, for sure. Probably within the 3 hardest maps in the pool.
Oh, and there we go.
Yeah, he finds an FC on it. 130k. Somehow finds the FC with that shaky cursor.
Built different.
Yeah, absolutely. That is going to make it 3-3 though. Once the client decides to load, I'm not too sure what's happening.
Yeah, neither. At this point, each player has 1 pick left.
Oh, very good accuracy from Chef 2.
Yeah.
Might be the top scorer of the week on that one. As we can see,
See that addition doing a bit of cooking.
I like how when it came on the screen, it was so big. It was just like half the screen. Oh, wonderful.
And Jordan the Bear picks the hidden 1.
Interesting pick. This one is a complete coin flip, if I'm honest. Probably the easiest map in the pool. So...
I mean, okay, I would say this is the first, I want to say 2/3, 3/4 of the map are the easiest map in the pool. But the
everything
ending,
until the very end.
The ending is actually pretty challenging to combo.
Yeah, this is like Take, except way easier than Take.
Before the hard
ending,
part, yeah.
Yeah, the ending, of course, is... I doubt anyone is FCing the ending, honestly, in any of these matches. But
Yeah.
the map, aside from the very ending, probably the easiest
Now,
out of everything.
there is one pattern, I want to say around 300 to 400 combo in, that is very missable if you're not ready for it. See if both players, I assume Jordan has, but see if Chef has done his studying on that one pattern that's very full missable.
There's also some perfect stacks in here with like overlap sliders, so...
Yeah, the part I'm talking about is a cut double into perfect stack sliders.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, in the bottom left. We'll see it when we get there. That's going to be a crucial place to hold on to. I think this is definitely one of the more coin flippy maps.
Yeah, absolutely. As long as players aren't sight reading, there shouldn't be too many issues going into this first half of the map.
Yeah.
All of this is pretty straightforward stuff. Couple space triples, some streams.
And Chef missing on that stream.
Chef misses on the stream. The first kind of difficult pattern of the map. Going to be catching Chef off. That's huge for Jordan now as he goes into arguably a bit of free combo here.
Free combo. I think the pattern I'm talking about will be happening soon though, so it's very important for him to hit that. And there we go, both players hitting it. And honestly, with Jordan hitting that pattern, it's pretty consistent to the ending.
Yeah, just... I mean, the only thing really here that can catch you off is these triples that are like 2 notes into a single note. You can misread them, maybe if you blink.
And honestly, one thing about this map that does make it on the easiest side is it's 170 BPM, and the approach rating is pretty high. I want to say it's 9.5 or 9.7, but that makes the density of this map, which is normally what makes Hidden so difficult. The density is very low, so the reading element is not as challenging as the average Hidden one.
Yeah, the reading is more in the patterns in this map rather than because of the approach rate. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. The actual jumps themselves are pretty, honestly, definitely on the easiest side, but it's really those triples that can trip you up.
This part is missable too, actually a bit of a spacing increase if you're not prepared, but both players got through it.
Yeah.
Now we approach the ending, and I dare say, unless Jordan finds a miss in the next 5 seconds or so, and then Chef FCs the ending.
Jordan the Bear, cursor smoking gap.
Gapped, as he would say.
Yeah. And unless Chef hits the ending and Jordan the Bear misses instantly, okay. There's the instant miss from Jordan.
There's absolutely no way he FCs the ending.
Chef now has to FC the whole ending, which is actually very hard. And Chef misses instantly.
And he misses on nothing. He missed on nothing after hitting the hard bit.
Both players hitting that cut into the slider.
That pattern is ridiculous. That's the hardest pattern in the map.
Yeah, honestly, some of these patterns, there's one alt pattern that's very challenging. Let's see how these players handle it. Look at that. Look at that.
Jordan doesn't handle it at all.
Not even close, but that early miss from Chef making the difference. So that guarantees, if Chef wins this pick, this guarantees a tiebreaker. The pressure is on Chef to take his next pick.
If Chef were to hit that whole ending, he would have taken that, by the way.
Yeah, but not for sure. That would have been a ridiculous gap, so to speak, but didn't see it, unfortunately.
What's it going to be from Chef, though? Final pick of the match. Surely it's got to be the Hard Rock. I mean, the Hard Rock 3 is an option because he's got 3 as a crowd, but Jordan the Bear is going to be very comfortable on that precision.
Yeah, and the pressure of picking Hard Rock 3 is your pick on breakpoint on a 6.5 that's already very missable to Shakes.
Oh, wait. Surely DT1 is just the pick for Chef, no? It's really high BPM for Jordan to single tap.
Yeah, that definitely could be a solid pick.
It's going to be the CS0 Hard Rock map, which is also, actually, I completely forgot about this map. This is also a great pick. You're going to struggle a lot to single tap this map as well. I don't know what the BPM is, but it's
similar.
High.
It's similar to DT1. I think, honestly, yeah, both DT1 and Hard Rock 2 in terms of difficulty of single tapping are around similar. Yeah, Hard Rock 2 is 272.
Yeah. So I mean, Jordan, he can single tap upwards of 270 if he's very warm, but it is going to be difficult on any patterns that are like more than 4 to 5 notes for him.
Yeah, and there's one diff spike in this map near, I want to say 2/3 in, that is going to be very hard to single tap.
Yeah.
When I think hard rock pool, I think CS0. That's my first thought when I think precision.
Absolutely.
Small circle, CS0. You know, these kinds of picks
I
are
don't know,
fair to
man,
throw
that
in.
seems fine to me. Zero is a small number. That kind of fits.
True, that must
That's
be
true.
precision.
0 is the smallest number you can have for a circle size in the game.
But yeah, Chef not going to be making use of his amplifier, only getting any use out of it on the DC3. And I mean, he won that one convincingly anyway.
Yeah, but
So-
potentially, I think maybe pick this because his other options weren't super. I mean, his other options were Snail and Cold Clear Eyes, which I think against Jordan the Bear aren't like the best augments.
Absolutely not. I think he should have just Lucky Dip, to be honest with you.
Yeah, maybe.
Why no Lucky Dippers?
Because I think so far his augment has had 0 impact on the match. At the same time, Jordan the Bear uses augment on a picky loss. So I guess it's equal
Yeah,
in this situation.
The augments have done nothing, but actually they've done negative this game, it seems.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jordan has actually lost this point.
But so far, Jordan the Bear single tapping this, looking pretty okay.
Yeah, getting through these shorter patterns, like we said, but as soon as we see these longer patterns come out, it is going to be a very big struggle.
And there's a very spaced cross-screen triple coming up soon that I think is the first wall of this map.
It's so
Chef
hard.
missing, and Jordan the Bear hits it. Aim
Jordan
player.
hit it. That pattern is so hard. I don't
Yeah,
know why.
that
It's so difficult to
pattern
play.
is deceptively hard. I think at least when I played, I always under-aimed the middle. Though I don't know why, but
it's very hard to snap. I think because of the BPM. But the second lot of them are much easier than that first one. Both players get through it.
And Jordan looking pretty good. That's a scary break to see because Jordan knows due to this act difference, he has to hold on combo.
He's FCing. Chef missed 150 combo ago, but they're matching score.
Yeah.
I mean, this is really what you get for single tapping a map like this. Is you're going to be struggling to keep up on some of these patterns, and you are going to find big act drops.
No, normally, I want to say these kinds of maps, if you're really comfortable single tapping them, it's actually a benefit to accuracy. But
if you're very comfy,
but only if you're very comfortable. Yeah.
I think this is kind of reaching into Jordan's limit of single tap.
Yeah.
I won't lie, I don't think it's the single tapping. I think he's just a bit of a breaker.
There's the miss on the big space circle. Yeah.
Bit of both, I think. He's definitely dropping slider ends, but also finding those hundreds on the longer patterns. But yeah, he does find a break, so that is going to go right back over to Chef. About a third of the map left.
And honestly, with this div spike coming up, unless Jordan gets through it and Chef misses, I think this is over. It's all up to this last. Jordan missing and Chef hitting it. That's gonna be it.
It was not possible. You saw him as a last-ditch effort, like halfway through it, trying to start ulting.
And Jordan has stopped playing the map, as it is 100% over after that section.
That's so funny. A valiant effort from Jordan there to try and mash through that.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't have mattered as Chef holds on.
Chef held on and with a massive back advantage. Maybe just saving his stamina for the tiebreaker coming up.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And quite an impressive score from Chef, I'll say.
Yeah, pretty solid performance.
Almost a 700k is pretty good on this map, where it is extremely easy to miss at a third through the map and 2/3 through the map, because there's like kind of 2 div spikes around that point.
I'm not gonna lie, 250k for 70% is pretty solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Solid killer. All right, now we're getting into the tiebreaker countdown to blue.
Oh man.
Let's see, as far as tiebreaker goes, this is a pretty standard, just jumps, screams, the occasional funky ult pattern.
And of course, I'm expecting the hidden from Jordan on this one, which is going to give him a nice little score bonus. Might make or break this match.
Yeah, now, I assume Jordan has played this map because of, he's just been playing tournaments for so long, and I think this is a pretty, like, widely used tournament tiebreaker. The one pattern I'm a bit afraid of for Jordan is the, like, little alt triangles, because they're either very hard to single tap, or you are forced to ult them. Jordan the Bear asking, does this have perfect stacks? Which makes me think he maybe hasn't played this.
I think he may have said in the chat before that he has not played it, and I think Chef also said he hadn't played it.
Interesting.
So, sight read on sight read, but if there are perfect stacks, which I'm actually not sure because I haven't played that either.
I have, but I don't remember if there were perfect stacks. So I cannot say. Never
That's
played
just
this
a gamble you gotta take. It's a gamble you gotta take. There's no way Jordan's going into this. Yeah, he's taking hidden. Absolutely taking hidden. Oh yeah, we're in for a tiebreaker here, I reckon. There it is, the hidden from Jordan the Bear. Chef, of course, going with the no mod. It looks like Jordan might actually need some offset, which is not a very fortunate start.
Yeah.
See on the offset there, it's very far to the left on that intro on a lot of those notes. Hopefully he adapts. And it seems he has adapted just quite well. Wiggle stream, start things off. Players getting through it. Matching act, but that score advantage from hidden is going to keep Jordan in the lead. Barely.
Now, although it is unlikely, in some miraculous scenario, both players have... Oh! Okay, there's the miss by Chef. I was about to say, in some case for both players FC, the hidden will make the score difference, but it's like that won't necessarily matter as much. This is a very long map, plenty of opportunity to miss, and I'm very curious to see when we get the first 1/3 triangle. I think being a single tapper, Jordan will instinctively single tap it, and I want to see if he can get through it.
Yeah.
But Chef basically on those
big aim there.
Yeah, big slider aim. Now Jordan,
not looking good for Chef, because Jordan's got the score advantage from a hidden as well and an act lead, so it's just he's gonna continue to snowball.
Jordan the Bear does have the Save Me FC buff.
That's true. Oh no. He
But
just he the hidden hard rock. This
he's
is
in the
child's play.
Yeah, he's in the mindset to clutch up, to bring it home. I'll be honest, I'm way more nervous watching this than actually playing this tiebreaker. This is nerve-wracking.
The song right here just sounds like we're approaching greatness. Oh my god.
He aimed for the slider tick.
Oh my god, he almost lost. I swear that looked so close to a slider break.
No, that was he literally aimed to it, so there's no shot he was missing that slider tick.
Oh, fair. It looked like he left the slider end, but like that's fair. He just dropped it just made it look like he almost slider broke. Bit of cut streams.
Hitting the cut streams.
Ooh.
And we're approaching the halfway mark. Misses here are going to be brutal.
And the 1/3
there it is!
Jordan!
There it is! That's the pattern! That's the
Trying
pattern!
to single tap it! And now, Chef has an 800 combo and a doorway to take this right back. It's a 100k difference. He's got a lot to make up. But it's absolutely doable with a bit than less of the half of the map remaining.
Chef absolutely has a chance.
Oh, man. This is now danger for Jordan the Bear. He cannot afford another miss. A bit of big aim here. Both players get through it, and now Chef sees the score. That is not what he wants after looking
that
shaky
is
this whole
so
match. He
much
has
pressure.
He
Because
does not look confident.
the match is in his hands. If he takes this to the end, he will win. But can he do it?
He's looked so shaky all match, man. He needs to dig so
He needs to
deep
clutch up.
here.
We're approaching the hardest part of the map.
Oh, man. Let them cook, honestly. This is just so...
Oh, you can see. I think
Yeah.
I just saw a decent amount of Chef shakes. If honestly, if he combos
Oh
through this
my
ending,
god. He almost missed aim that. That was so close. He hit the very right side of the node.
okay, we're approaching a pretty space stream. The jumps,
Oh my god.
verticals. Jordan misses, and Chef hits it.
It's all Chef! It is all Chef. 20k now. He
just needs to hold
find
on
miss
a
and
little
Jordan
bit
wants a
longer.
chance. A little bit longer, yeah. It's about to flicker.
The score
is
has
he
flickered.
holding?
I have no idea. And the triples, they both hit it.
Oh my god. There's still time for Jordan to mount a comeback, but Chef needs to miss. And he's not giving an inch right now.
And honestly, with that, I think that's it. There's not much time left, and the map does not get any harder than this.
Chef, when he needed to clutch up, stepped up to the plate and just took the match by storm. I can't believe that he got through that ending with the nerves. With those shakes, he was so close to misaiming a note on like the approach to the chorus.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Jordan giving us some intentional
Yeah.
shakes.
And that'll be it. Chef winning on the tiebreaker, winning 5-4 on an S rank. A very, very solid performance. GG to both players.
Wow, nice little S rank from Chef as well. Just the slider break early on looked so good for Jordan the first half, and just like that, miss on that little 1/3. Chef right into the driver's seat, FC's the rest of the map, 1900 combo, and he is going to be taking this match against Jordan the Bear. Jordan the Bear going to be dropping down to the loser bracket, of course, not out of the tournament just yet. Chef going to be moving on to verse the winner of myself and Hidero, which is a match later tonight.
It'll be a great match.